Hey everybody, my name's Persia, and I'm sure one day I'll have like a snazzy little intro, but for now, just hey. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're here, first of all, I just want to say thank you. It has taken me so many years just to do one stinking video. And I don't know what took me so long, but we're here now. And that's all that matters, right? I'm so glad you guys are here. So this video is just going to be a get to know me video. Full disclosure, I'm very animated when I talk, and the chair that I'm sitting on is squeaky AF. I just sprayed some olive oil on it. I didn't even know it was so squeaky until I started making these videos. Okay, let's get straight into it. So my name is Persia. I got that name whenever I started dancing, exotic dancing, and I was just trying to figure out a name. I needed something that fit. I didn't want something that everybody else had. And I think somebody asked me like, oh, what was a childhood nickname that you had? And my mom used to call me her Persian princess, even though I didn't know for a fact I was Persian growing up. She was pretty sure of it in her head, I believe. So she would call me that. So I said that, and then like Persia came about, and it just happened just like that. And my real name is Mackenzie. Anybody who knows me growing up, they call me that. Anybody who's met me like in the last 7 years or so, they call me Persia. People always ask me my real name. It's not a big secret, but I do not prefer it. Definitely call me Persia. Okay, thank you. My birthday is February 7th. I have a handy dandy little notebook here. My birthday is February 7th, 1995. So I'm a 25-year-old Aquarius. I'm a 90s baby. It's like I got just enough of the 90s to have like some great freaking nostalgia. My ethnicity, I'm gonna learn you guys a thing or two if you didn't know, because I didn't know and somebody had to educate me, but it was because I was arguing them down about what my race was. So my race, white, my ethnicity, Persian and Irish, and my nationality is American. Race, ethnicity, and nationality are all three different things. If you didn't know, you should look it up and figure yours out, because I didn't even know that Persians' race is considered white. I mean, like, I was so disappointed. I'm like white on white. Whatever. I just hope that like my Persian genes come through as far as aging go. Like, I want to look good when I'm 60. If anybody's familiar with Kansas City, they always ask me, oh, are you from Kansas or Missouri? And the truth is that I grew up equally on both sides. Like, I went to school equally on both sides. I'm from Kansas City as a whole. I moved a lot as a child. I live in Atlanta now. I've been here for 6 years. I moved here about 7 months after I turned 18. Mind you, I started dancing a month after I turned 18. Like, I didn't waste no time. And I might as well just get into that now, because everybody always asks, how did I get into the industry that I'm in? Okay. I met this girl. I think it was like on Facebook at the time. And I was like into girls at the time. She was cute. She was fine. And she was a dancer. And so whenever I met her, I was just asking her about it. But I asked the girl, I was like, how is it? You know, it's like my mom is very open about like sexuality and sex and things like that. So, I mean, I never felt like, you know, how would my mom feel about this? Like, I knew she would support me. I had no doubt in my mind. So I was just asking the girl how it was. And she basically just told me like it was easy. And at the time I was working at the only 9-to-5 job that I've ever had, at a grocery store, a Mexican grocery store where everybody thought I was Mexican. Once she told me it was easy, and she told me like how much money she makes, and then, you know, before you get into the dancing world, you always ask somebody who you know that dances, and you're like, oh, put me on. But nobody puts you on. You put yourself on. You walk to that strip club, you get hired, and you start doing the dang thing. So that's what I did. After I moved to Atlanta, I danced at a club called the Blue Flame on Bankhead for 3 years. And then I just, like, people kept saying, oh, you should get a, I don't even want to say the website name. They did me so dirty. That you should get a so-and-so website. It was like a monthly subscription website. And so I was like, F it, you know, extra money can't hurt nobody. I'm very comfortable with my body. I don't care what nobody thinks about me. I never have. And I don't think that's ever a problem. You should definitely never care what anybody thinks about you. It will hinder you from doing so many things in your life. Once I started doing the subscription website, it just blossomed from there. Once you get on the subscription website, people are like, oh, you should do live camming on this website. And so I did. I just did it. And that's how I got started. I'm the oldest of 5. Yes, me, the oldest. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. 2 of my sisters are grown. One is 6 months younger than me, so she's 25, and the other one is 21. Then my other sister is 14, and then my baby brother is 12. And man, he is spoiled. I love being a big sister, by the way. It brings me so much joy. Being a big sister is like the best thing in my life. If I didn't have that, I don't know where I would be. It motivates me, like, to be able to help out my sisters financially, like to be able to do for my brother and give him things that he not only wants, but things that he needs. I just love it. I do this big sister thing, okay? Oh, I am kind of going through this fast. My favorite genre of music is 100% R&B. Like old R&B, new R&B. Of course, it doesn't compare, but I love it all. I love it all. Hip hop, rap. I listen to some pop music, like, you know, like I went to like some predominantly white schools at one point in my life. So I was hanging around, even though my friends in those white schools were Black, they were like, you know, very proper Black people. They listened to a lot of pop music and things like that. So I'm very cultured. Yeah, me, cultured. You know it. Do I want kids in the future? I struggle with this. I struggle with this so much. Living in the world that we live in, it's hard to say. I know I do. I know I do. Like, but it's like, how? How can you just do it? It'd have to be like an accident or something. And I'm 25, like, and I've never had any accidents. I've never been pregnant. So, yeah, that obviously ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna be an accident. I just don't know. It's like, yes, I want them. No, I don't want to have them in this world. It's like, F, man. Do I have an option? Probably not. One day. I feel like the age that I want to have kids is around 33, 34. We'll see. So, sports. I'm born and raised in Kansas City. So people always ask me, oh, how did you become a Chiefs fan? The answer is I did not become anything. I was literally born into this stuff. It's like in my veins. It's like, it's in me. I want to show you guys this lovely little thing I got. It just came in the mail. Oh my goodness. I still can't believe we're Super Bowl champions. I don't want to rub it in anybody's face or anything, but yeah, we did the F out of that. If we had a basketball team, I would go just as hard for them. The truth is that I love basketball just as much as I love football. I just don't D-ride. I'm not a bandwagoner. I'm not going to sit up here and just go hard for a team that ain't even mine. And we have a soccer team. I think we do anyways. I know we have a soccer stadium. Okay. Now I'm sounding a little uncultured. But our baseball team was good in like 2015. And then we became like one of the worst teams in the MLB. It's only fun when you're winning, right? No, except for when it's football. And then you get so invested that it breaks your heart. How would I describe myself as a person? I'm very, very non-judgmental. I'm very understanding. I'm funny, I think. I'm like that person in everybody's life who they call whenever they want to vent, they need a little advice about something. I'm very trustworthy. I keep everybody's secrets. And I give great advice, even though sometimes I don't take my own advice. I'm just like that person. Basically, my sisters, my best friends, they are all people who can depend on me. I'm dependable. That's how I would describe myself. Dang, I said I wasn't gonna cuss. Oh my God, I went almost 15 minutes without cussing. I did so good. Ooh, good job, Persia, you did good. What made me strong and independent? These are some of the questions that came from off of my Instagram story. And I like this one. I grew up poor. Sometimes it seemed like we were doing all right. But for the most part, we were poor. I experienced all the general things that poor people experience. You know, I had to boil water on the stove to take a warm bath. You know, I had to hang sheets up around different rooms in the house so we could heat up one room with a tiny little heater. I had to borrow electricity through an extension cord from my neighbor to heat up the house and use the stove and keep the refrigerator on. Such a nice guy. He was so great. So I think that made me strong. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. Somebody just called and interrupted my video. So hopefully I can figure out how to do this editing thing and like put it all together. Anywho, I think that's what made me the strong person I am, and it made me non-judgmental, because you just never know. You just never know. You can't judge nobody. You have no idea what they're going through. You don't know how they were raised. You don't know like things that were or weren't instilled in their heads. And you know, it's not even their fault that some of their thought process is the way that it is. What the hell are they doing out there? Okay, I don't live in the ghetto, but and what made me independent? Probably the fact that I had my mom growing up. She was a great mom, don't get me wrong. She did the best that she could at the time. You know, there was some events that happened in her life that made it just that much harder for her. And I'm just a non-judgmental person, even when it comes to my mom, who I could be very critical of, and a lot of people in her life are, but I'm just not. I don't have it in me. That's my mom. I love her. I have respect for her, and I feel like I would have much rather have lived the life that I lived than be a sheltered child. I appreciate everything that I went through in my life that made me who I am today. I will never see negative in things. I've looked into it, like, oh, what if this? What if that? And it's just like, man, why? Why even think like that? Like, I am a freaking bomb-ass human being. She did a damn good job, if you ask me. My favorite food is tacos, 100%. The authentic kind, not those tacos that you make at home. I mean, I wish I could make authentic tacos at home, but those American tacos, they're good, but they're not it. And you know what's crazy is, even though I love authentic tacos, I don't eat them like an authentic taco should eat. Of course, I put lime juice on it, and I like onions and cilantro on my tacos. But I also love green sauce, which is not out of the norm. I love green sauce, but I love guacamole so much. I love it on my tacos. Wow. I'm actually just going to answer one more question before I go. So this last question is, will I, or why haven't I gotten into the porn industry, like legit porn, like, you know, boy on girl, girl on girl? And the truth is just because I don't want to. I don't want to. And that's just that. No need to elaborate. I just don't want to. Maybe not for any particular one reason besides the fact that I just don't want to. Thank you for coming, watching my video. I hope that like I kept your attention, and I just hope you come back for another video. Leave some suggestions in the comments. Leave your comments on this video. Just freaking like and comment. Love you guys.